Okay, so in this video, we're going to go ahead and start this problem, and we're doing this in section 5.7. It's just a culmination of all the different things that we've done throughout the chapter. But this one, with this problem, we're actually going to solve the first one with our calculator. 2 through 4 is a separate video, and those are done by hand algebraically. So the first thing that we're going to do to find the x-intercepts is we're going to graph it using our calculator. So I'm going to put in -16, and we're going to use x instead of t. It'll work the same way. It wants a variable. Plus 32x plus 5. Then I'm going to go ahead and graph it. If you're not seeing what I have on my calculator, on my screen, if you'd zoom and then go to 6, which is standard, it gets this standard window. Okay, and that's enough. We know that our x-intercepts are here and here. So if you can see the mouse cursor on this screencast. So we want to find, and I've highlighted in bold, I'll actually change it to red so it sticks out a little bit more. We want to find the x-intercepts. So we're going to go ahead and find these x-intercepts. And to do that, we're going to use our calculator. And we can hit the trace button, and it really is hopping back and forth. We don't get a really good picture of what the x-intercept is. I know it's between -0.2 and, well, that 0. So it's somewhere in there. To get a more specific value, more accurate, if I hit second and then trace, which is our calculate option, there's this option for 0. Another name for an x-intercept is 0. So I select 2, and it's asking for a left bound. Notice that -2.1 is a little to the left on a number line of where our 0 is. So I hit enter. Right bound, so I'm going to move to the right. So I move my cursor to the right, so I'm at 0. Our 0 is somewhere in between those two numbers. 0 would be on the right side. The previous point that we selected was on the left side. I hit enter. It says guess. Sure, why not? I hit enter, and I get, not an exact, it's an approximate value, but I get x is equal to -0.15, rounded to the nearest hundredth. So we need to also find our next x-intercept. So I'm going to repeat that process, but just do it for the one where the mouse cursor is on, the one that's to the right of the one we just found. So I'm going to go through it again. I'm going to hit second and then calc, select 0. Then I want to be on the left bound, so I need to move the cursor so I'm somewhere over on this side. I need to be to the left of that specific 0. So it's off the screen a little bit because some of the parabola is outside our window range. Scroll up, there we go, 1.9. So I'm going to go ahead and select enter. Now it's asking for a right bound, so I need to go to the right. Still not below the x-axis, so here I am. Now that's a good point to pick. Hit enter again. It says guess. Yeah, sure, why not? And I get 2.15 rounded. And those are x-intercepts. And in our next video with the same problem, we actually use those to graph. So that is how we can use our calculator to find x-intercepts.